If you're going to have an over pivot within your ranks on the back line, you've got to have a leader, and that's Tim Parker, who's going to drop this into a 3, lead from the center back position. Matt Miazga on the back line, his recent men's national team call-up, a very aggressive back 3 that wants to push the tempo.
FC Cincinnati in their all-orange kits, St. Louis City in their whites with the navy blue shorts, and Lucas Spalla gets this underway. We invite you to turn off the world and turn on the game.
His key pass is tied for 7th in MLS at 15. He knows how to stretch the game.
It is Leuven. Good delivery, skirts all the way through. Stroud takes it on the first time, and what a start for City! And it's Jared Stroud who opens the scoring!
For St. Louis City. The back post run wide open, absolutely unmarked. Don't care about the deflection. Don't care about the real estate. You got to put a body on someone like Jared Stroud. As it pops out, yes, Vasquez starts to step up a little bit. But this is all about onto the right foot in rotation, in transition, and even off a dead ball situation. Jared Stroud, a group of 8 different goal scorers for this team.
Bottled up even further, and it was Leuven who was in the middle of it. And St. Louis City looking to potentially double their lead on the counter. Stroud, Jared Stroud for a second, but this time Celentano able to make the save.
The touch into the negative space, watch this, right through.
All the way to his counterpart and fellow Roman in Celentano. On ball the other way, Santos got a touch to it and it's just wide.
That removes it all, and all of a sudden you're left scrambling, and conversationally you're trying to find a way to get back to square one.
Leuven again, that's a great effort, and it's just wide.
Like they've done on the road so far, certainly not helping.
Heavy touch from Nelson. Somehow made it work though, and even then some. Joachini, blocked by Miazga. Now Leuven! City are flying! And it's that man once again, Edouard Leuven. It's 2-0 to the home side.
Usually a phrase restricted for a player that cannot get his bearings straight. But when it comes to the German, it's the vital heartbeat of this squad that just continues to push forth. 5 separate players in and around the top of the 18. Magnificent from John Nelson. The touchback across in a negative space. And yes, off the deflection to Joachini. But again, the high line that you're going to get from someone like Leuven. Klaus, yes. Stroud, possibly.
Klaus helps it along for Stroud. Good looking delivery in, and it's a third for St. Louis City. And it's Kyle Hebert.
Pick out anybody, it's going to be Hebert. I mean, look at the willingness. Klaus recognizes the fact that if he knocks this thing back across, defensively, Cincinnati was actually set up quite well. So he gets the shout from Jared Stroud behind him. That's the most important piece here. It's the little flick over, because that reset button makes the back line for Cincinnati start to check where the secondary runner is coming from. That happens to be Hebert. Resets himself, peels off the back shoulder of Hagelin.
Nelson touched along. Joachini might be in here, and it's Joachini to make it 4. Beautifully set up by Rasmus Alm, and Nico Joachini puts this one out of reach. St. Louis City running riot on FC Cincinnati.
City looks like at their best. This is it. Turnover on the far side of the field. How's your touch? Rasmus Alm. The answer quite emphatically, it's perfect. Thank you for coming. The question coming into this game was all about the outside mids. Who is it going to be? What would the shape look like? Alm was all about speed. They felt like in transition, were front-footed dead balls, gave themselves a shot. Not anymore.
Alm going for goal. It's off the post and in. It'll be an own goal on Celentano, but Rasmus Alm with a missile all the way from Market Street. And it's 5-0.
Eight different goal scorers coming into the season for this match tonight. We've seen it from Leuven, Stroud, Klaus on the flick on the goal, Gioacchini, Alm twice now. And sometimes the footballing gods are just not on your side. Everything favoriting City at this point in time. Heck of a strike from distance. You're Roman Celentano, you want pressure, you want a little help.
Here's Paggi trying to slide it across, and it's Santos. And Cincinnati have one back. Well, they'll know that they'll have something going home.
I wonder if it shook him a little bit because of the advancement up high from Isak Jensen and Selmir Pedro. Notice all the space available on the far side of the field for FC Cincinnati. Nerwinski trying to rotate in, can't get there quick enough, and then all of a sudden you've got your holding midfielder and spend your whole life at altitude, right? Your lungs expand a little bit differently in others. What a ball.
Well, Joao Klaus might be finally able to get in on the fun. Saved by Celentano. Klaus again, saved by Celentano one more time. But that would do it for the scoring. And FC Cincinnati finally hear the full-time whistle, and they suffer their first loss in the 2023 campaign in no uncertain terms.